CBSE Class 10 Math video solution to the sample question paper given by the CBSE board for the board examination to be conducted in 2021. This is a basic version of the paper. We are looking at question number 19. This is a 1 mark question. This question has got 5 parts to it. Each part carries 1 mark. You need to attend any 4 out of these 5 parts. Let's get started. What is the concept tested? Concept tested is properties of quadrilaterals, especially kites. We are looking at properties of kites, finding out how to find the area of a kite, and also some properties of similar triangles. Similar triangles that are a part of this kite. Let's get started with the question. Rahul is studying in class 10. He is making a kite to fly it on a Sunday. Few questions came to his mind while making the kite. Give answers to his questions by looking at the figure. Right? This is a kite we are talking about. We want to mark the vertices A, B, C, D. In a kite, one pair of adjacent sides are equal and another pair of adjacent sides are also equal. In this case, AB is equal to BC, which is one pair which is equal. The second pair which is equal is basically CD and DA. So, these two pairs of sides are equal. AC is a diagonal, BD is a diagonal. In a kite, the diagonals intersect at right angles. So, this angle is equal to 90 degrees. The diagonals of the kite are unequal. AC is not equal to BD, right? So, these are all the relevant properties that we need to solve these 5 parts. Let's get started with part 1. What is part 1? Rahul tied the sticks at what angles to each other? What are the sticks that he has got? These are the sticks that he has got. So, A, B, C, D. The sticks that we are talking about are AC and BD, which are nothing but the diagonals of the kite. The diagonals of the kite intersect at right angles. Therefore, this angle is equal to 90 degrees. So, at what angle did he tie these two sticks? He tied them at 90 degrees. Choice C is the correct answer to this question. Right? Very straightforward, simple one. Let's move on to part 2. Which is the correct similarity criteria applicable for the smaller triangles? The smaller triangles are ADB and ADC. I'm going to take 2 slides to explain this. We're trying to figure out what similarity, which is what this question is. Right? Now, what are all the tests of similarity that we have learnt? There are 3 tests of similarity we have learnt. One is SSS. If 3 sides of one triangle are proportional to 3 sides of the second triangle, these 2 triangles will be similar. Do we see that answer option here at all? SSA is there, but SSS is not there. So, obviously, this one test is not been a part of your answer options. The second one that we have is a AA or a AAA test. In this case, what we have is a AAS. We don't have a AA test. So, even that is ruled out. The third one that we have is an SAS test, which is what should be the answer. So, the 3 tests of similarity, 2 of them have not been mentioned in the answer options. So, this is what will work. Let's see how the SAS makes sense. Take a look at ADB. In ADB, AB is a hypotenuse. Let's give the value of hypotenuse to be equal to H. AC is the hypotenuse of ADC, which is also equal to H because a pair of adjacent sides are equal. We know ADB and ADC are right triangles, established. AD is a common perpendicular side. Let's say the measure of AD is equal to X, which translates to the fact that BD is equal to square root of H square minus X square by Pythagoras theorem, right? Hypotenuse square minus the square of the perpendicular side, which is going to be the same as CD as well. CD is also equal to H square minus this AD square. Let's say therefore BD is equal to CD. We'll call this to be equal to a Y and a Y. So, 2 sides of this triangle are equal, which means the proportionality is 1. The included angle is 90 degrees. If BC is a straight line, if one angle is 90, linear pair will make the other angle also 90. So, 2 sides equal, the included angle is the same. 2 sides equal, the included angle is same. So, SAS similarity is what works. So, answer option is B. B is the correct answer. It's sufficient if you mark B even by eliminating the answer options this way. I'm just establishing how SAS worked. As I said, I'll be explaining this in 2 parts. Actually, the truth is ADB and ADC are congruent triangles. All congruent triangles are similar triangles. How did we establish? How could we have established congruence for it? The way we'll be establishing congruence for these 2 triangles is actually by using RHS, right? RHS test of congruence. Look at both these triangles, ADB and ADC. Both of these triangles are right triangles, right? They are right angled at angle D. So, both of these are right triangles. Are their hypotenuse the same? AB is the hypotenuse of this triangle. AC is the hypotenuse of the second triangle. AB is equal to AC by properties of kite, which means the hypotenuse of these 2 triangles is the same. So, R taken care of, H taken care of. One of the perpendicular sides should be equal for both. AD is a common perpendicular side. So AD is a part of triangle 1, AD is a part of triangle 2, which means one side is equal. So RHS, actually RHS is a test of congruence that is used, and any congruent triangle is also a similar triangle, but when you're talking about similarity test, we'll only be talking about triple S, SAS and AA. SAS is what actually fits the bill. Choice B is the correct answer, but this just to walk you through an additional thing saying that ADB and ADC are actually congruent triangles. Let's move on to part 3. Sides of two similar triangles are in the ratio of 4:9. Let's say the two triangles are T1 and T2. Their sides S1 and S2, corresponding sides, are in the ratio of 4:9. What is the question asking? Corresponding medians of these triangles will be in what ratio? Medians of two triangles whose corresponding sides are in the ratio of 4:9 will also be in the ratio of 4:9, right? Medians, let's say, are M1 and M2, corresponding medians. They will be in the same ratio as the ratio of the corresponding sides, which is equal to a 4:9. Answer option B is the correct answer to it. This is not just for the medians, this will hold good for the altitude, it will hold good for the angle bisector. For two similar triangles, any two corresponding measures of length will be in the same ratio as the ratio of the corresponding sides. Let's move on to part 4. In a triangle, if square of one side is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the angle opposite the first side, this side, is a right angle, is what they have said. Let's start with the Pythagoras theorem. Let's say triangle BAC is a right triangle, right angled at A. Then the side opposite to A is BC, which is your hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square will be equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides, right? So Pythagoras theorem states if it is a right triangle, then the sides will have this thing. The side opposite to the right angle, square of that will be equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. What do we have here? Here what it says is, if the square of one side is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides, the angle opposite to BC has to be 90 degrees. If it is 90, this will work. If this holds good, this has to be 90. So what we are actually talking about is the converse of the Pythagoras theorem. If the sides behave this way, then this has to be the angle. Pythagoras theorem states it, the angle is 90 degrees, the sides will behave this way. We have the information about the sides, and from there we are reducing the angle. So the answer is converse of Pythagoras theorem is what we are talking about. Let's move on to part 5, the last part. What is the area of the kite formed by the two perpendicular sticks of length 6 and 8, right? A, B, C, D. The perpendicular sticks AC is equal to 6 centimeters and BD is equal to 8 centimeters. If let's say this is diagonal 1 and this is diagonal 2, area of a kite is equal to D1 D2 upon 2. In our case, D1 is equal to 6, D2 is equal to 8. So this divided by 2 is equal to 24 centimeters square. What is the answer? Answer option is choice C. In the marking system given by the board, they have incorrectly given it as A. That's not the answer. The correct answer is 24 centimeters square, right? Then all 5 parts are quite easy. Probably the place where you would have had some element of doubt and probably should have skipped is basically the RHS, because you would have probably thought it is a congruent triangle or congruent triangles are similar triangles. So go with RHS, but the marking system says it's SAS. We actually force fitted an SAS because no other ones basically matched. So part 2 is a skippable part. The other 4 are straightforward, easy ones. Before you leave, I want you to do 2 things. 1, sign up at online.maxtute.com to get started with CBSE Class 10 Math online tuitions. It takes all of 5 minutes and less than 3 steps to get started. And second thing, I want you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so that you get notified every time a new video is uploaded. Spread the word about this channel to your friends and classmates.